My name is Hjelm. I'm a multidisciplinary artist specialising in painting and printmaking based in London. My inspiration comes mainly from my surroundings. I like to collect objects, images, text, anything that intercepts my attention and bring them into the studio for processing. Within my practice, I'm looking to explore the ways in which we connect with one another both digitally and physically. In a world saturated with imagery and text, the efficiency of communication is paramount, often exalting the meaningless, resulting in a breakdown in communication. I'm interested in what is gained and what is lost through the translation of mediums, from the physical world to the digital and then back. I work with scanners to accomplish a digital intimacy and print directly onto the linen. The linen is the ideal substrate to hold the paint and transforms the printed image into an imperfect one. Within these imperfections is where the work exists. The linen also allows me to manipulate the structure and surface of the image, transforming it into a somewhat delicate three-dimensional object. I prefer getting to the studio in the evenings when there are less distractions, but I always start my day with output before input, meaning that the moment that I wake I have to write or draw before I look at my phone and become inundated with external information and requests. This gives focus to my day and creates a better mindset open to inspiration, as I have started the day as I mean to go on. I continue to spend the day writing, drawing and taking photographs, so by the time I get to the studio, I simply process the day's activity. The studio is somewhat like a kitchen. I arrive with all the raw ingredients and then get to work.
My name is Latifah. I am an artist. I love life. I love the female gaze, issues to do with femininity, gender issues, political issues, themes to do with the family, the home, motherhood, identity. I come from a mixed heritage, so my influences are impacted by my experiences of growing up in two very different households. Culturally, my identity has been informed by my Middle Eastern roots from my father and my Western English Welsh roots from my mother. So this duality definitely comes into my work, and this idea of trying to figure out who I am, my place in the world, and can I sit between two borders, two places, two worlds, two identities, and do I have to pick one side or can I be a mixture of both?
My name is Shaquille White. I'm 21 years old. I'm originally from Wolverhampton, but I live in London. At the moment, I explore a lot about masculinity. A lot of my work is a comment about myself and my own vulnerabilities and how my masculinity has been informed a lot by a strong female presence back home. I think that it seeps through into my work. More often than not, I don't paint myself. I use friends in space of myself that act as characters, so it's removed of their identity and me placing a different character arc onto them, in which I can sort of separate out my own ideas and thoughts and questions. I think that oil paint gives room for me to have conscious and unconscious thoughts. There's an unconsciousness to it, which means that I am able to sort of like find certain flesh tones and different sorts of ways of moving the material that's more unique to me. I use oil pastel, which brings a drawing element back into the oil painting, over the top of the oil painting, and adds different kind of textures to the work. Finding different ways to marry up these different mediums depending on what the painting dictates. I'm not constantly living in the studio, and there's more to my life than just being a painter. I feel as if as artists, where what inspires the work is everything around the artwork, and the artwork is a product of that inspiration.
Meu nome é Ricardo Sommer, sou artista brasileiro e atualmente moro em Paris. Passei minha infância de certa forma bem isolado do mundo, em uma fazenda, e acho que o que me inspira desde pequeno por causa disso é a vida em si, é a natureza, os sentimentos, a espiritualidade, o desconhecido. E o que eu exploro no meu trabalho sempre foi relacionado com os mistérios da vida e da mente humana. Desde os 17 eu venho explorando muito a aquarela, que aprendi sozinho. Eu decidi mergulhar de cabeça na técnica E acho que o meu processo na aquarela é o que me ajudou muito nesses últimos anos a me conectar ainda mais com os temas que eu sempre explorei. Eu sempre trabalhei em muitos processos artísticos diferentes, teatro, música, arte digital, vídeo, e a aquarela é de longe o mais demorado e delicado dos trabalhos que eu faço. Requer muita paciência, muita calma, e acho que a forma que encontrei de controlar um pouco a extrema ansiedade que eu sempre tive foi com a aquarela. Ter sido selecionado para o Ashurst Emerging Artist Prize significa muito para mim. Eu imigrei para a Europa com meu irmão principalmente para a gente seguir a nossa carreira como artista, e não foi fácil. Eu tive que basicamente pausar meus processos artísticos muitas vezes desde que eu cheguei aqui. E com esse prêmio é a primeira vez que eu estou tendo a oportunidade de expor na Europa. Isso é uma grande conquista para mim.
My name is McLean. I'm a visual artist and creator based in Galway City, Ireland. I love the idea of recording experiences, telling stories, some more abstract, some more literal, creating visual stories and narratives that open up kind of a space for the viewer to also create meaning with them, so they're subjective. A lot of my work is autobiographical, talking about my own experiences, but I also like to touch on universal themes, attempting to make the work more relatable and accessible to everyone. I come from a more illustration background, but I started using oil paint in art college because I had to pick a discipline, so I could either pick sculpture, printmaking. I think painting will always be my primary medium, but I don't like to limit my visual language just to one thing.